Welcome to Elden Ring. My name is Nilaus, and this is a guide for a complete quest chain for an NPC. This is for Sorceress Sellen, the Graven Witch, the most dangerous sorceress of Raya Lucaria, according to, well, her arch nemesis. And we're going to go through the entire quest. It starts at the very beginning and go all the way through to sort of mid to late game, depending on how you do the game. These quests are easy to miss, so I want to do a complete guide for all of these NPC quests so that you can see the whole thing compiled here. And if you miss something, well, check out these guides. The first thing we're going to do is kill this mad pumpkinhead. It's very early in the game, and we are in the Limgrave in the Waypoint Ruins, and that's where the big flower is. And there's also this little cave that we went into, and we have to kill this pumpkinhead in order to get access to Sellen the Sorceress. Now, these kind of guides, I will try to be as comprehensive as possible. We listen to all the dialogue as well. So if you really like it, you can skip through with the chapters as well for the part that you are missing or where you are stuck. Of course, if you are liking these kind of guides, then be sure to hit the like button. Let me know in the comment section below if there's something more you want to see. And of course, consider subscribing if you want to see more guides here on the channel.
Tarnished, are we? I wonder you should turn up here. I am Sellen, a sorcerer, quite plainly. Why are you here? A yen for glintstone sorceries. I dare say your proclivities are far from ideal. Oh well, perhaps nurture will defy nature, with a bit of luck. But one must choose one's masters wisely. I was exiled from the Academy of Raya Lucaria as a reviled, apostate witch. Do you still wish to learn from me? Well, you are a piece of work. Very well. You are now my protégé in glintstone sorcery. But I refuse to coddle, or cast kind words. Never. Anticipate grievances, young apprentice. Young apprentice. First things first. You are a tadpole when it comes to magic. Infantile. Without the legs to walk. So, to become a sorcerer, first, you must face your ignorance. Now, shall we start learning?
As you progress through the Weeping Peninsula, it is very likely that you will come across this location called Witchbane Ruins and find this monstrosity here. And don't stab it, but slash and bludgeoning. There is also a little cave at this location, so we just need to clear out the path around here, just for these annoying marionette stalls. And as we are healthy again, we can continue down in this dungeon. Let's get some lights. And down here you will find someone who looks very much like Sellen, but doesn't have an interesting dialogue.
It will do no good, I swear it. And yet you persist. You frothing degenerates.
So at this point, the quest is kind of stuck. You don't know what to do, and you don't know who this is. But as you progress and forget all about Sorcerer Sellen, you will much later find your way into Mount Gelmir. You come up to this location in Mount Gelmir. There is a grace. Once you've been running all the way around the Volcano Manor, if you choose so, then there is this location. And there is this guy behind us, the Azur Sorcerer. We can just look at the map where it is. Primeval Sorcerer Azur. So if we go and have a inspiring conversation with him. Yep, that was it. Just wait a bit and then we get this Comet Azur. And well, that's just okay. You get a spell, so what? Doesn't do anything. There's nothing that indicates that it has there's anything. The only thing is that it has a reference to the Primeval Current, and the only one we've heard so far talking about Primeval Current is the Sorcerer Sellen. So let's try going back to her and see if she has any new dialogue at this point.
There you are, my apprentice. Shall we commence the lesson? What's this sorcery, my apprentice? Ah, then you have seen Master Azur. Master Azur was a founding Glintstone sorcerer, and my first teacher. A stern judge of men. But he must have seen something in you. You make us both proud. We can speak more later, my apprentice. If you recall, I was exiled from the Academy of Raya Lucaria. It was for attempting to restore the primeval current of Glintstone sorcery. The toothless pedantry peddled by the Carian royal family can rot for all I care. I want Glintstone sorceries that open our minds, unbound by terrestrial taboos, no matter what we give in return. My apprentice, I presume nothing. Teacher and student are not bound to tread the same path. But hear me out, my apprentice. I need your help to restore the primeval current of Glintstone sorcery. Perhaps this is a journey we could take together. Splendid. I thank you. This pleases me. It's been far too long since I found a fellow kindred spirit. You must have a fabulous teacher. I need your help, my apprentice. Master Lusat is another founding Glintstone sorcerer. And like Master Azur, he was banished from the Academy. Now he languishes in prison somewhere. My apprentice, can you find Master Lusat? With this Glintstone key, you should be able to cross the boundary that encloses him. I need him to restore the primeval current of Glintstone sorcery. He's nigh a child of the stars. Such is his body now. After his expulsion from the Academy, I heard that Master Lusat returned to his home, a place called Celia in the eastern Caelid wilds. Thinking about it, I obtained the Glintstone key I gave you from a Celian sorcerer. It wouldn't be too much of a leap to suppose he's still cooped up nearby.
So at this point we now need to find Master Lusat, and he is not easy to find, but we do have a clue, and that clue is it is somewhere in Caelid Wilds. So where we're going is we are going to this Church of the Plague, and we're going to teleport there. Now at this location I already have a dungeon guide for this part of Caelid, and with a complete walkthrough of this guide, but I'm going to show you here anyway just the direct path to get to this location, because this dungeon is not just any dungeon, it is a hidden dungeon that is hidden in the mountainside, so it just makes it even more difficult to find and complete this. But what you need to do is go straight north from the Church of the Plague, find this sorcerer. I think he's here basically so that it's easy to find, and take him out. And go straight north from that location, and then you have this outcropping of stone, whack it, and there's a cave. And that just gets you to think about how many other walls in this game are just not walls but caves. So we are going to run in here. I have a complete guide if you want to complete this entire dungeon, but in this case I will only go straight through and show you the direct path in order to get to Master Lusat. Maybe you've been through this dungeon and missed the Master Lusat location. That's actually what happened to me the first time I was here. So it is a bit of a convoluted space. But you move further in, and there's one guy here. There's also a few secret doors on the way, and a weird jump as well. That's not the weird jump. Well, that was a weird jump, but that was not the one I was referring to. So we come down here, and we whack on this, open a secret door, progress through the miners, and progress further in, and there is yet another secret door. So we open up into the main room of this dungeon that has a lot of these crystals overhanging, and we'll just go around taking care of this guy. So he is... you can hear below us there is a revenant, and we actually have to go down, but there are two places to go down. One is for the revenant, and that's not where we want to go, and the other one is, well, where we want to go. Damn, these guys hurt. So we go over to this location where that annoying sorcerer is, and we just go around the corner and then drop down here, drop down on the other one, and here is a snail. Look at the snail. There you go, jumpy snail. take the snail, and then if you jump down from here, you will not go down to the Revenant, but you will go down into another pit. This is the pit we want to be in, so we'll just run it around. You could see a little flash there. That is the seal we need to go to. So let's head on in. There is a single sorcerer guarding this location. Not a big problem. And we can now, this one can only be opened once you have the seal breaker that we got from Sellen. And we now have access to this location, and we will find Master Lusat and have an inspiring conversation yet again. There we go. The Stars of Ruin. Let's have a look at that, just to see what it is. Yet another spell I can't use. That glimpsed into the Primeval current. So he found the final moment. Alright, so from this place, we can go back to Sellen and just tell her that we have found Master Lusat.
There you are, my apprentice. Shall we commence the lesson? Who could have guessed? What a place to find Master Lusat. You have my gratitude. This is all your work. I am truly pleased to have you as an apprentice and a kindred spirit. This is a mere token of my thanks. Please, take it. This brings us a full step closer. The bodies of Masters, Azur and Lusat can be admitted to the Academy. If only I could undo these wretched shackles.
That's going to be the problem. Now the quest gets stuck until you kill Starscourge Radahn. And again, if you have any problems, I have a 0-hit guide for killing Starscourge Radahn. If you want to check that out here on the channel. And once we kill him, we will go back and go back to the Witchbane Castle. And in Witchbane Castle, we'll walk all the way up here and talk to our the Herald Jerren. Both because that kind of wraps up the Radahn boss fight, but also because he has some more information for us.
The war festival has ended. Brave champion, you have our gratitude. The celebration was spectacular. General Radahn is surely pleased. Festering with rot and crippled by madness, all he wanted was an honorable death. Finally, my work is done. I'm no longer bound to this fortress. I have a task in mind. Old business, you could say. You wouldn't understand. May we meet again, if the fates deign it. Brave champion.
I'm sure we'll meet again. So at this point, once we've killed Radahn, we can then return to Sellen.
My apprentice, give me a moment later. I have a favor to ask. The form you see before you is merely a projection. My body lies elsewhere, but the Academy's shackles prevent it being moved. My body is on the Weeping Peninsula at the southern tip of the lands between, imprisoned in the ruins just down from the Church of Marika, past the plain of the Wandering Mausoleum. Can you make the journey to my body? I have something that I can only trust with you.
So finally it makes sense why there was an identical sorcerer down here. It is actually Sellen, and it is her real body that's stuck here. So let's talk to her now.
My apprentice, thank you for coming. These shackles take a toll on us all. There is something I need you to look after. My Primal Glintstone. A star has fallen, and my fortunes waver. Someone may come for my life, and so I entrust it with you. Myself.
Sellen's Primal Glintstone.
Thank you, my apprentice. This is my essence. Please, treat it with care.
And so if we try reloading this scene and coming back with or without arrows to our face, we will see that someone else has joined. And lo and behold, if it isn't Jerren.
Ah, well met. I hardly expected to see the champion of the festival here, of all places. You didn't know Sellen, did you? Well,
No,
whatever the
no.
case, she's dead now. Just put it behind you. She was known as the Graven Witch. Obsessed by the primeval current, countless sorcerers fell to her hand. The most dangerous mage in the entire history of Raya Lucaria's academy. It is strange, though. The woman, she was like a husk. Her soul already fled. I suspect Sellen lives on elsewhere. I'm sure she'll turn up eventually, in another body. A sickening thought, but one that won't stop gnawing at me.
I have no idea how that happened. But at this point, we now need to, well, we can actually just take a look at the Sorceress, the Primal Glintstone, just to see what it does. It is here. And then it says, in essence, a Primal Glintstone is a sorcerer's soul. If transplanted into a compatible body, then we can actually get her back to life. So what we need to do is, and this is weird, but we need to go all the way up to top of Liurnia of the Lakes, all the way up to the Three Sisters, and we will teleport to the closest location. And we get it to the Three Sisters, we will go to this ruined place in between. And this is just where you could think like, the amount of coincidence. It's so easy to miss any of these steps, because how would you know that you have to go here? Well, I was just roaming this location. It just seemed like there would have to be like some point to this. And then I just happened to find what we're looking for. You're looking for this location with these parallel pillars. There is a noble here, one of those annoying teleporting ones. If you get it, there. That's the indicator that you're in the right place. So if you look at the ground here, it is deceptively flat and unimpeded. And what that means is, let's take a roll on it, and it is now a secret door, an illusory wall, or illusory floor. And we can now go into Seluvis laboratory. Here he has some dolls lying around that he's been working on. Bastard. We can also do a quest walkthrough for him as well, if we feel so. Seluvis puppet, do not touch. Not here. But there is a secret door there. Another secret door. And who we find here? We find a puppet that is ready to transplant the Glintstone essence.
My apprentice. Just how long has it been? Thank you. You've helped me fill a new body once again, and it's truly a gem. Young and full of vigor, a snug fit for my Primal Glintstone. Better still, I've shed those awful shackles. Finally, I can return to the Academy, to expel the Carian royal family, and restore the primeval current. My dear apprentice. I owe this all to you.
And so, the next thing we want to do is we want to go to Raya Lucaria. Well, if she says you want to go back, let's go back and see what she has to, what's happening. So here we have Renala. You will, of course, at this point have killed Renala. And we go out of the Grand Library, and outside of this, that's where we actually have a fork in the road. We have two options. There are two summoning signs right here. You can see this is to summon to assist Sellen or invade. Let's try it again. And this is in summon to be an invader to challenge Sellen. So we are going to do both sides. The first one we are going to do is this one because it's shorter. So we will now go in and help Jerren take down the Graven Witch.
Graven Witch, enemy of Caria. I vow this time to crush both your frame and your Primal Glintstone.
Now, granted, she does a lot of damage. But I'm also returning, let's say, a bit later in the game. So we have better weapons, better skills, and we managed to kill it. And we get her bell bearing, and we get the glintstone crown. The bell bearing, so we can buy any spells that we didn't buy previously. And Renala is still here. Everything is still good. So let's go outside and find our good friend and get the reward. Our new good friend Jerren, the witch hunter. He is out here by the entrance. So we need to go out here and. I think this side of the quest is the worst one, but it has by far the best reward. The reward we get is insanely good.
My thanks for the aid given. I heard from Iji that Lady Rani might have found herself a champion. But I didn't know he was talking about you. You've helped me fulfill an old promise. This is the least I can do for you. Please, take it.
That's amazing. That gives us potential to get a plus 25 weapon. So, yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, I must be leaving now. Brave warrior, if the fates deign it. No, we shall indeed meet again at the next glorious tourney.
And that ends that quest. What we can do is now do the other part of the quest. And here we will then go and help Sellen this time and fight Jerren. I mean, I think this is the better one.
Bringer of my death. You have my gratitude for freeing me from the shackles. Reflect on your mistake.
Yeah, he doesn't really stand a chance at this point. She deals so much damage, and well, so do we, if we can hit. There, and she can get to finish off her arch nemesis, Witch Hunter Jerren. And then we return to Raya Lucaria. And we get all of his armor, the eccentric head, the eccentric set. And let's see what she has to tell us now that she has won and beaten. She has apparently also usurped Renala.
Ah, my apprentice. You've saved my skin once again. Do you see this? The Queen of Caria is no more. With the bodies of Masters Azur and Lusat returned, the Academy can hone the primeval current, so that we, fallen children of the stars, shall beam with brilliance once again. My apprentice, will you stay with us, here at the Academy? Huh. I know it's not possible. You have your own calling. To be the next Elden Lord. But do think of me, of your teacher. On the eve of your crowning, you will always be my darling pupil. Rest assured that no, the entire Academy will swear allegiance to the new monarch, my apprentice. Become Elden Lord. Perhaps I'm jumping ahead, but here is a symbol of my allegiance and the Academy's. Do you recall what once I told you? That glintstone is the amber of the cosmos, and sorcery is the study of the stars and the life therein. When you become Elden Lord, please illuminate me. Lay bare the secrets of life which course the Elden Ring. Next time, I will be your student. Oh, one last thing. If you fail to claim your throne, you can always pay me a visit. Oh, don't fret. Even my dullest pupils will always have a place here.
That's nice. So, at this point, what about returning to Azur and Lusat? So if we return to Mount Gelmir and take a look, we will actually find Azur's set left behind. Now, and also if we go into here, back to the Celia hideaway, we will also see that Lusat has also left his items behind. Those are very specific items that we get as a reward. I can't imagine they're useful for many classes. Well, that dragon ancients, some smithing stone was pretty much useful for, well, most, I would imagine. So we have some crowns here that improve your spellcasting, if that's your thing. And let's return and see. It's weird with Renala. Renala is the queen of Caria, and she's gone, or is she? Well, no, because she is also master of rebirth, so I imagine that she has rebirthed herself. But where's Sellen now? That's the tragic story, the tragic end to our story. Over here we have an item. That's the Witch Glintstone crown. That's a crown, and oh no.
My friend.
That is so sad. It's so sad ending to this glorious story. So apparently, if you mess with Primeval sorcery, this is what happens. You turn into a ball of faces. That sucks. And that basically concludes the entire Sellen quest series. I hope you have enjoyed this walkthrough. If you have, be sure to hit the like button, and of course consider subscribing for more content like this here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time, take care, and as always, stay effective.